apparently I can't sit. Look at me. I'm sideways.
I can't even see him. So.
Well, expect some heavy lag because this is quite a big party here.
It's a lot of people here. Some people I don't even know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we got enough people here to go ahead and start the meeting.
It's a giant meeting. Who did you invite?
It's
My
not just
camera will
staff.
be-
This is a public one as well. Okay.
My
I
camera will be
gotcha.
elsewhere, but I will be able to hear.
All right, cool.
Okay,
Cool.
that'll be fine.
Because I'm gonna work on ahead.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be able to
Okay, for the most part, this meeting is going to be done over voice so that we can get it done quickly. Please be patient with others that are speaking and try not to speak over them so that we can get it done quicker.
Uh-huh.
If anybody comes in here and starts just causing problems so we can't get the meeting done, we will ask you to leave, and if you don't want to leave, I'm going to ask Drake to do it for you. Forewarning for everybody.
Okay.
All right. Okay. After we had the griefing attack on Monday night, I was addressed by a few of the staff members of my sim that they wanted to reduce the amount of sex going on in the Sonic community, you know, as clubs, the private rooms and stuff like that. They wanted to get that reduced and bring back the old style sims, such as we see around us right now, courtesy of Drake and his sim, and bring in RPs again.
Got Sonic Blue to come.
So, with that in mind, I had decided let's go ahead and move forward with that. But I want to get everybody's opinion. What do y'all want? Would everybody still enjoy the sim, or do y'all just want it for sex? So,
those who can talk on voice can voice their opinions.
yes, but like I said, please do that at one at a time.
I already.
What was the question? I wasn't here for a split second.
Axel already raised their hand. Go on, Axel. I agree with that, actually.
I have an idea that you could do.
Okay, I believe that was Miles there.
Yes.
Okay, Miles.
You could possibly separate the sex parts of the sim between the non-sexual parts. Kind of like with Sonic Battle, where all the sex things were in Night Babylon, and everything else was just kind of there. Like residential and whatnot.
Early SAM build. Which...
Yeah. Do it kind of like that, where one part of the sim is pretty much just Mobius stuff, and then people who want sexual stuff can go over to another part that is also still Mobian, but just with sex stuff.
What I would have liked to do, but the issue with where it is now is the amount. To do a build something like that again, the worst part is we still need a full region. But
well, if you do your prems right, you could do something.
We're trying to do the prems right. Sorry.
I'll have.
You want to say
Never
something,
mind.
Bolt?
Yeah, basically what I pretty much. I'm just gonna sum up on what I said yesterday. I think that we should be more. I guess I want to say socially interactive beyond sexual activity. We should have more stuff to do with the community other than sex. But at the same time, there are people that, have an income of London coming in off of, like polls for dancing, things like that. People do that. They still make some, off of that, I guess, money, from that. So I don't want to completely take it away. We should definitely minimize it and make it, I'd say more like 20-80, like 20 to 80 or like 30 to 70% of it, I'm saying. Like the majority is mostly, for social interaction. I'm just saying, that small piece is optional. But if anyone wants to go there, they don't have to be there. They just like one little spot open. I mean, personally, I don't have any business with any of that stuff. I don't get wrapped up in it. But I'm saying that there are people who may, still want to, dance, or or
I'm just gonna,
club
I
that.
understand where Bolt is coming. Like, as you see in real life, you don't see just this huge freaking sex club. It's just like this small little place amongst a bunch of other stuff.
That is how it was in
A small little
basically
gentleman's
the
club
original
in the middle
Battle
of nowhere.
But for some reason, SAM did change that. I don't actually fully understand that. I actually like that SAM build. It just needed to be cleaned up a bit.
I kind of have an idea of
Go ahead,
short
Lagana.
term. How about we just have like this sim build idea that we are thinking about doing? How about 1/4 of the region be adult and just mark it off adult, turn off visibility, so when, if you're not,
unless it's
You're
an
talking
Yes,
adult
you
about
can.
sim.
the thing you, me, and Drake and Maple were talking about, correct?
You can actually, if the region is mature, you can mark adult content in a parcel that has visibility turned off.
Yeah, you can. That is actually allowed. That is why, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is basically why, when,
It
people say
because-
you can't be naked on a M region to, Alon literally pulls the TOS up and says nothing about that as long as you're not being sexual.
Yes.
Yeah, it does say if you're in a mature sim, as long as you're not conducting sexual interactions, you can be naked. I think there's a little tidbit where he says you can't have your genitals out, but other than that, yeah.
But it does allow sex clubs on private parcels. They did state
No.
that. So,
Uh-huh.
for example, like if we did have something like that, like, for example, SAM and Special Zone would have, like, be able to do it on their respective parcels if they wanted.
Or we could have a club, or we could just have a club that doesn't have sex, but it can't have nudity,
Yeah.
purely just for dancers.
I mean-
but there would have to be no sex heads or anything in
Yeah.
Yeah.
to line it off. Yeah, just do adult RPs in IMs. Like
At
when the
least go
person-
to. Sorry about that.
or leave.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put this in here for everybody.
No.
No one would go to a G-rated Sonic Sim.
It's not done yet, so
Everyone
Space.
yelled at me when I had Puyo Puyo as G. No one wanted to be there when
Why?
the entire place was G.
But a lot of people came there. At least that's how I remember it.
No, when I had it set G, everyone kept yelling at me. It's like, make it M, make it M, make it M. And I'm just like,
Wow.
shut up. Because technically, you aren't allowed to have vulgar language in a G-rated sim.
No.
You aren't allowed to say fuck or shit.
or even damn.
Or, well, you can say damn. Damn is PG.
Wow. Okay.
Damn is PG. People are just finicky bitches about it.
Damn, not here.
Okay.
Beaver
Anyways,
House.
Yeah. Moderate is the safest.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, if we own the entire region and it's voided, I believe we get to write our own covenant. Period. So.
Okay, Lagana, on that real quick.
Uh-huh.
I do own the full rights to Ferry Cove because I'm renting the whole region,
Yes.
and we do have estate management rights over it. I had recently confirmed with my estate owner, the person I'm renting from, if I could do my own covenant, and she had confirmed yes, I could.
Yes. That's what I said.
So we will be putting rules into our covenant as soon as we have them typed up and everything. Please be aware
know.
of that.
Because I used to do that. with my homestead. But the thing is, it's just that homesteads aren't worth paying for. It's a whole lot cheaper.
This was
It's a-
actually a topic
Yeah.
topic that Maple and I discussed several times before
Yeah,
we got this place.
it's
Also,
just
so you know, Chaosier has stated that he spoke with the estate owner with her. It's a she, right? Chaos, if I'm correct.
Yes, it is a female avatar
Alright,
and name.
she
I cannot
stated that
confirm.
If we wanted to, we can actually get that region upgraded to a full region if we could afford it and pay the difference.
Yeah.
I actually didn't speak with her on that yet.
That
But
still would be fantastic.
I do know that Linden Labs allows you to upgrade your region from a homestead to a full sim and back and forth, as long as you pay the difference. Now she might charge us an additional fee, but
the only problem
I do
with
not
that,
see that her declining it. I mean, that is something I will look to when we get better financial stability.
the
Please
only
understand
problem, the only problem with upgrading a homestead to a full region is that you can only upgrade it to as far as a class 4. Whereas this region here is a class 8. It is one of the newest SL servers.
Wow.
That's why it's not laggy here, because it's good.
Yeah, Maple, this really was a good find.
Well, yes.
Because in layman terms, you have a class 1, which don't exist anymore. You have a class 2, which is a grandfathered, which are very rare. And then you have a class 3, which is a homestead. And then you have a class 4, which is a base full region. They are very crappy.
So
Okay, I do
what was
understand your
F&B
point
at the
with
time?
that. But still, as I
SMB was a class 5, I think. Or 6. I think it was a class 6.
But
It was decent.
still, as into what I was saying, if we get more financially stable, I have no problem of upgrading my sim to a full. If that was just getting it upgraded, or actually moving it. I do not want to particularly move it, because when you move a sim, it has a tendency to tank the sim in the process.
Yeah.
So,
But what we were planning to do is that we weren't planning to have 4 regions next to each other. We were planning on having one whole region to ourselves, and then each of us taking a quarter of it.
There would be a fifth parcel that would act as a res point. We decided that would literally lead into the other 4.
And that would be like a Chow Garden-esque looking area, which would have entrances to each parcel. And for
it's not a bad idea.
And for the adult area, we could just have like these 18 plus only warning stickers all over the door and stuff.
yeah, that's not that bad of an idea, but as I said with y'all, I'm not ready to join in that plan, okay?
Yeah, and because what I was saying is we could have like 2 parcels to RP, 1 parcel for residential, and then 1 parcel for entertainment, quote unquote entertainment.
Yeah.
The only issue is I see with the quote unquote entertainment one is who would handle that, considering there's
Probably you.
No, I would say probably Hunter.
That's the thing. There's 2 different types of entertainment.
Well,
Yeah,
think about it, I'm the one that handles Hunter's stuff.
Yeah.
Hunter's been gone.
Yeah, it's kind of like Royale can have lusty lava there, and it'll like you wouldn't be able to see it past like the mountain view that's barricading the parcel. From like my Mystic Ruins build, having all those mountains and the waterfall, just you wouldn't be able to see it from any other angle unless you were flying. So it would seem hidden in the mountain range.
Not to interrupt you on that, but let's try to move back over to the topic of SAM. Okay.
Yeah.
All the Sonic.
I mean, that's good for a topic for another meeting, but right now let's stay on topic here, okay? Okay, so from what I've heard from everybody, and I'm sorry I haven't been reading the local chat because I knew that would come in too fast for me to read.
The local chat,
sound-
the local chat has actually mostly been about what we were talking about anyway.
Yeah. From what I understand, is everybody is in agreement with trying to do a balance between the sex and the RP. Did I get that wrong?
Yeah, with more
I
prevalence
believe you
to
actually have rather spot on.
to
It's just-
roleplay.
It's all a matter of finding that balance now.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah, I prefer the roleplay myself, but I occasionally like to go into the sex area and, relax. So, yeah, I kind of understand the balance there, too.
I honestly hope Sky Miles gets her RP up and going again, because I wanted to try that when I heard that she had one before.
All right.
The only problem I've noticed with roleplays is there seems to be a need for somebody to be a coordinator. Even if there's no continuity between roleplays, even if it's just random shit brought up out of nowhere, there needs to be somebody starting it, because the community just wants to roleplay, but they don't seem to want to start it by themselves.
He did a good
Yeah,
job of
Well, nobody would.
that is a good point there, too. We can discuss that a little bit more
I
later.
especially noticed this when Lugana still had his South Island special zone.
I vote for Sammy Carfield for RP lead.
He did really
I
good
don't,
back when he was
because while Sammy does do good role plays, unfortunately they do like one or two role plays and then everything comes to a grinding halt.
It's because it's just because everyone stops caring, and he's just like, "Fuck, guys, fuck."
It just comes to a grinding halt.
But Sammy's really good at like bringing people together.
Yeah.
I got a role play group.
I'll give him that much.
And Chaos started a role play
Sammy is
group.
brilliant with, because I heard some of the shit he comes up with, but the thing
Yes.
is,
He's an art major.
Yeah, Axel.
Like,
Or Denzi or you.
it just depends on like what mood he's in, like if you want to be around him or not.
If you want to RP, he's always in a good mood. He's just like, guys, let's play Dungeons and Dragons. Guys, let's RP.
I actually got to watch a game of Dungeons and Dragons. I never seen it operate before. It's basically the same. It's just you're not on a chessboard. You're typing everything out.
Yeah.
Here back at home, I do Dungeons and Dragons with my friends, but I do everything kind of. I bullshit rules.
Jesus, I'm
as,
like
as a DM. I can't stand the
Well, then you would fit
rules.
right in with the Second Life crowd, because we kind of bullshit everything.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk about trying to find someone to do the RPs and run those. I think right now we need to get into the department of the builds.
Well, that's what I mean. Go on, Kyle.
For now, it kind of seems like it's better off we're doing what we're doing until we know more of what we should be doing.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out here. That's the point of the meeting.
We need to look
figure
into
out
it.
what we're gonna do. What's we
we
need to do.
Turn into a thing for the community.
Well, clearly the first thing that you need to figure out is funding. How is it going to work?
The sim is currently funded pretty well. So
Yeah,
y'all don't have to worry about that.
He's just talking about SAM itself, not.
I always figured.
Oh yeah.
Not group sim, not our sim. It's the meeting is primarily about SAM.
It's never mind.
I'll reiterate that it is just here because we actually have the agent limit to support this kind of meeting. And they
Chaos.
Yes. I figured this is the kind of stuff that we as a community can do to help each other out. Somebody has literal room to spare for a special event, they bring it there. Somebody has the avatar count like we do to spare, we bring it here, etc.
Yes, thank you, Drake, for explaining why we're here doing this meeting. And yes, this meeting is actually about SAM, not Drake Sim. Drake is just being kindly enough to use it for us. And I did hear Bolt ask to speak, so go ahead, Bolt.
And hey, I'm not bothered by it. He wanted to speak. You know, he has every right to. What I was gonna say is, I just want to let you know that right now, because I do not quite have any form of income or funds coming in, and I've pretty much squandered what I've had from before, I cannot pay for another week again. I have less than $20 right now, and I'm still fighting for a part-time job right now.
Yeah, and I do thank you for that, but as far as SAM's rent goes, it is going pretty well. We have plenty of donators right now supporting it. More donations is always welcome so that we can look at expanding, improving things.
Right. I just wanted to let you know in case you came up and asked for anything in the future, and I'm empty-handed. I didn't want
I'm
it to
not
blindside
particularly
you.
one to like to go around and ask. It's just when I did, we were in a little bit of a shithole there, but we're
We're
out
in
of
a
it.
we're in a financial bind. I'm just letting you know. I can't support that again. Not at this time. When I do get more funds, possibly in the future, yes. But right now, that is up in the air, and that may determine whether I will be here within a week or within a month, or I will be sitting in a shelter somewhere. I don't know.
Okay.
Miles, can you please put that away?
Yes, Miles. We
Thank you.
already have quite a few people here. We're trying not to exert too much lag on people because no telling who has the shitty PCs.
You
And
can
I
blow
don't want the
stuff up
shitty
later.
PCs complaining.
I think I've
Yeah,
already
please pay
iterated
attention
that
to
I
the
have
big
a
shiny
shitty
emerald
PC.
behind chaos.
I have a
So,
terrible PC.
yeah. Um, but as I was trying to say is I have worked it out for the builds. I have tried to do this back in S&W when it first started is we have 3,750 prems. If you divide that by 5, it comes out equal to 750 prems per an area. I'm actually would like to do 4 different zones in the area that are for either mixed between the RP and the sex within a balance or
That's
whatnot, however
possible.
we get that. I want to leave that 750 extra so that y'all have prims to res with, to work on your avatars, stuff like that. You know, just random times when you want to have a prim out,
If
but
you
y'all still
want,
have to.
if you want, I
Uh,
could actually give you the plans that one of our admins and MGUs set up for allowing like 4 zones.
yeah, that's actually a plan that I have made years ago, and it still works pretty well. As long as we got people who can build quality zones without absurdly using prims.
Yeah.
And that is actually why I do have Drake. I mean, I didn't give him an actual official tag, but it's why I consider Drake our main builder for SAM as it is now.
Yeah.
Because he does quality builds with keeping it low prim. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all notice all around his builds. So, um, at this point, I would kind of like to take in what would y'all like for the different areas. I know I heard a few ideas already. I had an idea came in for doing a Robotnik's lab. Trying to remember from some of the other ones, I can't remember right offhand.
You
I
know
got
what would
shitty memory. I'm
actually
a guy.
You know what actually would be fun, and I think I may have crashed. Did I crash?
No, you haven't
I
logged
still
out
see you.
yet.
Okay, I will say this. I know this would probably be huge, but if you ever played let me see, Sonic City, what?
And I think your mic just went out.
He crashed, he said.
Oh. I actually want to see and or make a chemical plant zone, honestly. Even
Okay,
if it
and
has
I
been done
heard Molly
before.
said Wolfwood.
I said
Yeah.
Wolf Woods Zone.
Yeah,
Maple
I put that
started.
there.
Maple and I have done a slight chemical plant theme back in a previous sim we tried to start.
What show are you guys talking about right now?
Uh, area ideas
So-
for SAM.
So
Yes.
we might be able to handle that one.
The
But
probes
I really-
are a problem.
But I really do want to make a chemical plant because I've never seen one before.
I know there
have.
was a chemical plant in a previous sim, but that was at least 3 years for me, so I mean, I
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
any problem with doing it again.
Or
The
yeah,
I've been
original
like both
Mobius
already.
had a chemical plant. I don't remember the quality of it, and Merrick Sim had a chemical plant.
And I believe
Yeah.
S&W had a chemical plant too.
no.
Probably.
Well,
This
probably.
isn't saying that it isn't like my Green Hill builds where it evolves and evolves and evolves and eventually somebody gets it right.
Or
Yeah.
we could do what Matt said. He said, why not Swagonia?
Okay, that's a good one.
Honestly, I've kind of wanted to make a custom zone, but I have never actually been able to pull it off because, well, Sonic has a wide variety of zone types as it is.
Collaboration,
And
enough said.
I am far better at modifying something than I am creating it outright.
Okay,
Well, you've
let me
got,
go
I
ahead
made
and
the
say
textures
this
here, so I can kind of
real
bullshit
quick.
textures.
I could
There you
think
go.
out the design.
Okay, everybody.
Shut the hell
Sorry
up.
there.
I'll be right back. No one
Molly.
dies screaming without me.
All right. We got a lot of coming in, and it's getting hard for me to keep track here. So if I could get someone who's like a fast hyper,
I can do it.
anybody, can you
Okay.
write up a note card with all the suggestions for the zones?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to finish just one little thing about my thought here.
Yeah, go ahead,
Miles,
Drake.
Miles, Maple, maybe we can get together after the meeting is over and try to discuss what we need to have in order to make a custom zone work.
Okay, day.
I've made custom zones before. I don't know if anybody knows who I am. I've made games before.
Okay, and just give me a
Maybe.
second. Tells
I-
channel.
Your name is slightly familiar to some things.
The blocks?
Tells
Yeah.
channel. No, not you, Tells the mechanic. Tells channel. I do see that you said that you saw a lot of classic stuff, and you want to see something more of the modern. That's something we can look at here. So,
Martin is old, right?
no, modern is new, current.
Okay, that's what I thought, and I was being stupid. My brain was being stupid.
Okay. So, as most part, I think we got some pretty good suggestions there. I will look at putting in a note card Dropbox into my Sims hub so that y'all can drop off y'all's ideas. We're not
Sorry, I'm
trying
back.
to do this right away. We're trying to
Oh,
get a plan
there's
started.
Bolt, there's a bench right behind Chaos.
I am like, look, I'm sorry, I am lagging out the A. Look, I have a 2008 Vista.
I know you're waiting for your computer to catch up.
Yeah, it's taken about what, forever, a blink, I guess.
And I gotta turn down Bolt because he does a whistle every now and then. I think it's the soundboard and it hurts my ear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I need new PC. I can't afford one. Sorry.
I know, man. Okay,
Let's get to typing.
so any more suggestions on different zones?
I got one.
Type mine.
I do
forget
not
what-
have any
what
at the
I
moment.
called it. Hold on.
Not Green Hill Zone.
Mind if I put one down?
No,
Why
Green
don't
Hill
we
Zone's kind of my
always
shtick.
type it so people
Yeah, if we have
know
Green
it?
Hill Zone, it'll be Drake building it. I'm
Let's-
sorry, but it's his stick.
Let's do
What about
Green Hill
that?
Zone mixed with Station Square, mixed with Lost World areas.
Has anyone
Mixed
ever
with
done
Sonic
the
Boom.
Arc?
What about that
We have done
seaside?
the Arc and SAM, so
Keep in
But
mind,
I
have
don't think
not
it's ever
on
been
Second Life
completed,
for 2
really.
years.
SAM had it like 3 years ago, so
Alright, I'm gonna type my idea too.
Oh,
What about
wait,
what
has
is it,
the Arc ever been done?
never mind.
it was attempted.
It has never been done.
What are you talking
for much
about?
beyond that room where
Molly,
where
I have no
Sonic
idea
gets
what you're
ejected
talking about.
and Tails and Eggman fight.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I can't
At least,
see the arc being
at
a
the very least, I cannot recall anyone having done any more of the arc than that.
It needs
I
to be a
honestly can't
thing.
see the arc being a very good concept for a build in Second Life, considering how many tiny little platforms that zone has.
Well,
You can always
actually,
just
you don't
build the
really
platforms
you don't
bigger.
really have to make anything massive. Just even something that has the arc's general theme and is a few hallways connected with a few rooms. Like
Okay,
how
yeah.
I do Green Hill here. Green Hill looks only somewhat like this.
I've made the
Okay.
textures here. I tried to design it in such a way that it looked more like a modern Green Hill.
Exactly.
What areas are we gonna do, or what am I supposed to be
Well, we're
writing?
trying to get a list.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah. Also, you might want to scroll through the chat history because there's quite a ideas coming in
Sorry,
quick.
what I missed.
Okay.
Instead
You
of
also
typing
need
this,
to-
or was I
Report at the
supposed
top.
what about,
I failed to type it.
There we
I'm
You
go.
also
typing
need
it.
to put
Hang on a
into
second.
account
Chaos.
how many prims you have available in your region.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Okay. What Bolt?
I was gonna say, I haven't seen anyone do a Sonic Hero stage yet. And as half
The hell you
the people
haven't.
like that game, half the people can't freaking
hell
stand
you
it.
haven't.
I have
Didn't we,
seen.
Chaos?
I was
I
gonna
have
say,
seen one.
Quiet.
Seaside
Quiet.
Seaside Hill.
Quiet.
We
Okay, we're
done
starting to
this
talk
before.
over each other here.
Somebody's
Alright.
done Metropolis before.
I totally forgot to eat supper. Random.
I was.
Okay, go eat supper.
No,
Chaos.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
I'm hungry, but
Hold on. Alright. What was you saying, Bolt? I totally forgot trying to quiet everybody down to talk.
Sonic Boom everything.
Um,
Put sports tape everywhere.
Give me a second.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about Sonic Heroes theme.
Didn't we do that before?
We did do a Sonic Heroes kind of thing in the past, but never actually in any of the zones, so as far as I know of, we could go there.
I was gonna
We've
say.
done Sonic Hero-based type RPs, not actual zones.
You
Whoa,
guys,
whoa, whoa.
Chaos, you are
Um,
on Seaside.
I can sort of correct you there. One of the allied sims actually had a Seaside Hill themed racetrack. It wasn't much.
Oh
but
yeah,
it
you're talking
but it
about
was in fact-
SRS, Fox SM.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Sim actually had a Seaside Hill themed racetrack. Like I said,
Okay.
it didn't do a whole lot, but it was a thing.
Let me go ahead and put this in before y'all start bitching and moaning about my incorrections here. I'm not as big as a fan of Sonic as everybody else here, so I don't know everything. So if I
Can I-
actually misstate something, don't bitch at me because I didn't know, okay?
Can I
I won't.
mention stages now?
Yeah, go ahead, Bolt.
Yeah.
I'll correct you now
kind of-
and shove it up your ass later.
Did I
Real
miss
quick.
any zones?
Island.
But no,
Uh,
seriously.
Put that into a note card, okay?
I
What
am.
the fuck is
He is.
Wildcat Wood Zone?
Alright.
Okay.
He's just
Seriously,
posting
what
it-
is Wildcat
He's just
Wood
posting it
Zone?
in chat
Tell
for
me.
good measure.
Yeah, seriously,
Patiently
what the fuck
waiting.
is that shit?
Do a prison island build, I would have to have Psyche build it.
What the fuck is
Patiently
Wildcat
waiting.
Wood Zone?
That's what I want to know.
Is that some Archie shit?
The one issue with Sonic as a whole is there's so many themes, zones, and eras that exist that it's impossible to please everyone.
Oh,
Chaos,
yeah,
I'm just
you know.
Chaos. I'm just gonna
We're
note
not
card
trying-
it to
We're
you.
not trying to please everyone, though.
Okay.
'Cause
What
we
are
know
you
that's
saying?
impossible.
Okay. Do I have to issue it to where I have to say each individual person before you can speak? Because we're starting to really talk over each other here, okay? Bolt, what are you trying to say again?
You know, I almost forgot what I was gonna say. Just give me a sec. I was gonna say just 2 stages. They're kind of big, but like a small piece of them would be nice. The first city stage in Sonic Heroes, Metro City or whichever it's called. It's been a while since I played it. And then not the inside of the haunted castle, but when you are going to the haunted castle. You know, with the
The
stages flipped
outside.
upside down, this
Or-
and that, blah blah. Yeah, the outside. I thought that'd be
Okay.
interesting. Besides, I mean,
Haunt.
that'd be kind of cool if you could rig it to
Hang-
where you go
hang
upside
castles.
down.
Hang castle.
I don't know if that's possible, but that'd be kind of fun.
There is actually
Sure it
things
is.
called selling walkers, which some people do have. So
Or
we
you could
could make
just-
you hang upside down.
Or you could
That
take
would be
it
kinda
and
cool.
do
Yeah,
it- or you could
reverse
Interesting
gravity
idea.
is a thing. Reverse gravity is a sort of doable thing in SL.
Or you could just do it
Okay,
how
cool.
the game does it.
I
have
gotta
a
go
separate map.
do dishes, and I'm gonna end up scanning like 30 pieces of art onto my DeviantArt account.
Or you
So I'm
could
gonna be
just have
gone for a bit.
the whole build turn upside down when you press by something, because that is possible.
That's actually
That
what the
is
game
true, too.
does.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess
And
I'll
it can be set up so that you can't
exit
stand
myself
at
from the
the craft
meeting.
either.
You guys have
I
fun
was gonna
making
say-
suggestions.
Actually, I'll type it out.
That's why whenever you hit one of the switches, the screen flashes. It's because it's loading a different map.
I'll send you the note card chaos.
Because what goes
Alright.
up must come down.
Have fun on the meeting, you guys. I gotta go.
Upside down.
Oh, and hi, Blue
anybody
Blur. Didn't
wants-
see you there.
Right.
Okay.
What you do?
At the end of the day, I really think that each area should have something interactive to do with it. That's usually how I think things stay alive in the sim.
And honestly, I do agree with you on that one there. But do we have any other suggestions, or maybe like side suggestions, like
Not
Tails
now.
just did with the interactive capability?
I want to do it all.
Oh, has anyone ever done like a roller coaster working like an actual roller coaster you can ride from Twinkle Park? Like a small segment of it?
I tried to.
Somebody made one in one of like another
I'm
sim,
sure-
but it wasn't.
I'm sure it was a
No,
ways
I
ago.
was-
I just wasn't there.
There was a place, Bravo Carnival, I used to go to.
It's
Yeah,
possible.
there are roller coasters in SL, but I think you're right in that nobody has done anything with them
It's
for the
not-
Sonic community.
And it's
It's
really
really
not. The ones that I've
It's-
seen aren't really that impressive. They're just like little, like the kiddie roller coasters.
Yeah, they also
yeah.
people also suggested for me that they wanted a city kind of place
Okay.
Are they talking like Neo Mogotropolis, sort of?
because Lightning said he wanted a city or something. Somebody said something. I don't remember. One of those
Okay,
two
so-
people. I don't remember.
All right, we can look at it.
Alright. See y'all later.
The
Okay.
bumper
see you,
cars would
Bob.
be cool
I
for
love
Twinkle
you.
Park.
Yeah.
I go and build fucking Station Square.
I do have a role
Fuck you
play
guys.
group. If anybody wants to be invited, please IM me.
Yes. Also, like Molly just said, I don't know if y'all heard her clearly. She's a little quiet on my side. She does have her own roleplay group. If y'all want to join it, ask her, and she'll invite you. Okay?
Because I have different ranks. If what rank you would like to be, just IM me. Like I said before.
Angel Island has been overdone by Kono.
Kono's done
So-
like almost 12 different versions of Angel Island while I'm still logged in
that
and
cost
waiting to log out.
Yeah.
Hydro City Zone.
I
But,
can only recall one hydrocity zone having ever been done. So
I know Liquid Boss said he actually started a Pumpkin Hill here once, but it never really got anywhere.
Needs more Genocide City.
Did it properly.
Okay. Let me go ahead and interrupt everybody here. Borg, you've been wanting to say something, so we'll give you the floor so you can talk.
Get on the mic, get on the mic.
Fine. Well, it's kind of something that I was just thinking when people were talking about the RP and all sorts of other different types of zones, because it's technically a device that I brought a long time ago, which it's the Horizon Pro's Reza Kit, which can be used to store multiple scene sets, and literally you can have 100 different things set into it, and it can be just rezzed whenever people like it for RPs.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too.
I have an area
Yeah,
we
that
could
was
do.
actually something I was planning to do with the sim as it is.
But
So if you do have the Horizon system and it is fully compatible for you to be able to build, I know you have to buy the builder version, I think.
I have the Pro Kit, so it comes with
But-
everything you ever need.
Rezzers are
Okay, I
crap
just
in
know there's a
homesteads.
different version than the regular standard that you need.
Mhm.
What
I
about
have that one.
Planet Wisp?
Okay, and
It's not actually. The Reser
necessarily.
system can be very useful in homesteads and for regions because it gives an advantage for
No, no, no.
specifically what people planning.
I mean, the concept is nice. It's just the Reser scripts are just make the sim die whenever you try resing something that big.
No, that's Megaprims. Megaprims on the Reser will kill it. Otherwise, no. Generically, the Horizons one, unless it's Megaprim or 64 meters big, it will have struggle resing it. Because then it means people have to be flying in its proximity. Proximity.
Exactly.
Even. Otherwise, if you keep it, because obviously, it's like 64 meters can be done, but obviously with flight. But that's the only slight problem of it, is because it doesn't matter if it's homestead, full state, or any classification or region. That's just SL's resing system there.
yeah.
So that's SL side. That's not.
If you do build a good quality Reser system and keeping it low prim, I mean not low prim, low lagged, you can make
Horizons
it
is.
efficient.
Why are we talking about Rezzers exactly? I wasn't.
For
But
stuff like.
We're talking about Rezzers because we're discussing the possibility of being able to have more than just 4 zones by virtue of having Rezzer systems.
Oh.
And
Not
also, if
temporary
we
res systems, mind you, but res systems.
That will res builds, basically.
I know plenty
Yes.
of
That
Make a build
allows
and
you to swap out a build much like a holodeck program in Star Trek.
But there's only a catch with it.
I recall one object in Marketplace that actually does something like this. I think it actually places,
Yes.
positions itself from when you rest it and whatnot, and takes.
We already mentioned that.
Oh,
And
I didn't hear you.
as I was trying to say here too, is another thing that can cause lag with the Reser systems is if you're constantly changing it out. So if we can limit how long you have to wait before you could change it again, that would also benefit the
that's
lag.
putting restrict access for it wise. That's why I said RP sets wise. So it's not on public. It's on. It's not possible to delay it for resing wise, but it's possible to set in the config if someone is in a certain proximity of it, you can't res out a new scene. So it's possible. So it's like when someone's using a scene, you can't just clear on them.
Yeah, that's
It
another
is
thing too.
possible, and that's with the Horizons kit. Because I own the whole kit, it comes with everything you need inside of it for script-wise, and it is really scripted well, and it's actually technically low lag.
Horizon system is actually made by the same people that do the M-HUD. If y'all don't know.
Yes, the Horizon system is a Novatech device, so everyone
and in
knows
actuality, it is in the Horizon system is part of the M-HUD.
And the TARDIS system, the Type 60 TARDIS system, if anyone has that. Or any TARDIS system from Hands of Omega, and a lot of other companies. A lot of companies will use the Horizons kit, because it is just a well-made resing kit. There are mesh TARDISes, prim TARDISes that are not even by Novatech, that people just use its Horizons Reser as you can sell scenes, which are compatible with it, as long as you get the Horizons Pro, obviously. But, because it's designed for it. But it's really useful for us to have it resed out if we do, say, want RPs there. Or have multiple different types of zones for different themes for, say, every month or anything like that.
Yeah. That's a good idea to look at. We'll have to work out the best way to do it. I can actually build a Reser system. I just need to get off my lazy ass and do it. If we do look at doing that, we need to look if rather it'd be better to do a custom built system or use a pre-built system. But that
I
is still a
personally-
very good point that you're making, though.
If we use a pre-built one, I would recommend Horizons, because honestly, when it comes to buying many systems, the Horizons one is just good. It is just compatible.
Yeah.
It just works. Just works.
Yeah, I totally get you there. So, but as far as anything else goes, I think we hit pretty much all the good notes here. We will need to be looking at, if we want to keep the club, how much we want to reduce it by, because right now it is actually using the majority of our prims. That's really just sitting up there for nothing. Hey, shut up. The building is actually very low prim. But anyways.
4?
As far as the sex and that goes, I think if we keep the club in that, I was going to reduce it down to a 64 by 64 building. Does anybody have an objection to that?
I don't think so.
That actually sounds reasonable. 64 or 64 is still a fair amount of space.
It's 1/8 of the sim, so.
Actually, it's 1/16 of the sim.
How much space do you need to have
Actually,
sex?
you're right. You're right. It's
The entire
1/16.
sim.
I work with power of 2 numbers all the time.
And there goes Axel with his occasional sarcasm.
But, Chaos.
Yeah.
With the Reza system from Horizons, or even making one, there is a catch.
What's the catch?
Which the catch is, whoever is gonna res it out on the sim will have to be given any scenes for it and put inside of it with mod and copy.
Yeah, that's with any Reser system, honestly.
Unless if any of the objects need to be deeded, because the Horizons Reser system, for example, or like any other Reser, can't deed objects. That to res.
Yeah. We're not gonna do any deeding with the system. If we do any Reser system, of course, the zones would have to be owned by one person, unfortunately. And if it does come down to that, when we do it, I will not care if it's no mod and no trans, as long as the person gets it at least copyable, because if it's not copyable, the Reser system will fail.
Yep.
So that is a big consideration that everybody needs to take in if you want to be a builder.
Who's playing with the blood system?
I am.
Okay.
Okay, I really think we're actually at the end of this, unless anybody else can think of something that needs to be said.
You want me to give you the no card?
Okay, I heard Axel say something about ice cream, so we'll forget that for now.
I would like to go actually talk about what me and Luke were mentioning earlier, to see what we could actually do about that at some point.
What was that?
Yeah, if y'all want to talk about that, that's fine. Just wait until this is over with. Don't be surprised if people scatter, because I probably will.
I don't have any more Sorry.
Miles, I did hear you about the note card. Let's wait until the meeting is officially over with, and then give it to me. And hi, Blue. Welcome to the party.
Blue has been here for an hour.
I just now seeing him talk. I can't keep track of all who's here. I'm sorry.